guys, family on YouTube, good morning. Today is another vlog, and it is a relationship advice, as I'm going to turn that one down and or mute. So if you don't know, I do play Xbox, and I do record on Xbox. So after this one, I have a whole nother thing for Monday as well for the gaming stuff, but this one goes first. So I'm going to start on this subject. It is, like I said in the beginning, it is a relationship advice. Because no one likes relationships more than me. Right. So, the way that I start out is you want to start the talking phase. Let's just say that, the talking phase. Kind of going off of experience, the way that I experience some things is when you're in the talking stage, you're sending messages back and forth, and they're not dry. You know, they're informational, if you will. They're not dry, they're not dull, they're interesting comments and or messages, if you will. So I've noticed that in the past relationships that I've had, it always goes out one way. And I've always used to do this. It's always 50-50 and 50% and blah, 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 blah. No. It is now 100-100. For good reasons. So, I'll just do women's psychology first. I'm not a professional on women's psychology, but I've dated a few women and I've seen a few things. So, when the guy asks out a woman, they go, hey, I want to go out for coffee and or walking or doing something with her, if you will, and or him. Okay, speaking on the girl's behalf. When you want to take a girl out, all you got to do is ask. Be confident. Be upfront, going, hey, you want to go out on a walk? Do you want to go out on a coffee run? Or what do you want to do? You know, just be straight up forward. Saying, this is what I want. Are you down? That's all you got to ask. Are you down to go for a walk? And if she's down, she'll walk with you. And if she's down, she'll do things with you. But if the conversation is, you're in the talking stage and you ask, hey, you want to hang out? And it's always the I'm too busy card. Not everyone's too busy. Not everyone is going to pull that and go, yeah, I'm too busy. No one's busy. No one is busy to send a 3.5-second text saying no, hi, how are you, kind of thing. It takes 3.5 seconds to do that. Hi, how are you? Easy. It is 3.5 seconds, and if I'm not worth 3.5 seconds of your time, I'm out. Just as simple and easy. And the way I've done that for years is, I've done this in the past. If I'm not worth 3.5 seconds of your time, you're not even worth me putting effort into. Let me say that again. If you're not worth 3.5 seconds, if I'm not worth 3.5 seconds, you are not worth my time. You're not worth my motivating. You're not worth my effort. You're not worth anything until then. And I used to put people through a trial run. I used to test the waters with people, and now I just don't. Why? There's no games to be played. There isn't need to play those games. There's no need to be playing games anymore. I mean, high school, middle school, elementary, sure, go nuts. But when you look at life and when you look at the relationships that you had, most of them good, most of them bad, depending on who you are. I had some really bad ones in my past. Most of them were. But most of the time, women will always say, yes, if they like you. You want to hang out. Yes, you can hang out. Okay, if they like you, you have a good opportunity. You're in the book. You're already a foot in, but do not give up. Don't give up right there. What you need to do is you need to push in harder. Women, this goes for you too. When a guy likes you, we're not going to just chase. Men are not chasing you anymore. Most men will not chase. Just saying. You want a crazy guy? We're not chasing. You want a nice guy? Guaranteed he's in your DMs. He's in your friend zone. You want someone nice? He's in your friend zone, most likely. And I'm talking about the men's behalf. Men, I understand. We have mental issues. I get it. I'm a man as well. I have them too. We all do. But being a YouTuber, I can talk about the men's and women's behalf on a lot of things because I've done that. Been down that road, done this, done that. Got the t-shirt, got the award. I mean, I've had a lot of relationships that have gone great, and I have a lot of them that have gone bad. But every single one of them that have gone bad, I've always restated and retracted every statement. And most of them, I will never complain. Because I learned. I looked at the red flags and go, you know what, this is a red flag here and here and here. Okay, am I going to ignore it, or am I just going to go after it? Or am I going to end it? And most of the red flags that I see in today's society is the biggest one I see, current, is if we're hanging out, and this isn't pointed to anyone at all, hopefully this isn't pointed, but in most situations, if she's hanging out, talking to you, and she's on her phone, 9 times out of 10, most of the time, she's hanging out and talking to other people. Most of the time, women my age, you always got someone in your DMs. There's always someone in the background. Until this guy screws up, you have someone behind you. You got this guy who screws up, then you have someone behind him. Now you have plan A. Plan A screwed up. Now you have plan B, Z, A, B, Z, blah, 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 all the way down to Z. And then it repeats. Women, why? Why do you do this? Because not only are you messing up with the man's point of view, but you're also messing with your point of view. Good men are not just going to stay single for no reason. Me being one of them, I stayed single for almost a decade because I was done. I was done with the relationships. I'm still getting over it. Still. But at the same time, I'm living life. That was back in high school. I haven't dated since high school because most of the time, cheating, I don't want that, so I stayed single. I told everyone I'm in a relationship and done. But most of the time, I'm not. Why? I don't want the people looking at me like, oh, he's in a relationship. Okay, he's off the market. That's why I did it, and that's why I still do it. You don't know if I'm taken or you're not. I'm still saying I'm taken. But only the real people who watch the vlogs know I'm not. They don't understand this guy's single, but he says he's taken because he doesn't want the drama. He doesn't want anything else to do with that. Which is a good thing because you can tell who's a really nice person and who is not just by doing that. If you say you're taken to a man, most of the time, men are not going to try anything. Same thing with women. Women are not going to try versus a man who is not taken. They're not going to take advantage of you. Yes, there are some kinks. Yes, there are some fetishes that are a thing. But 9 times out of 10, most of the women who show up see the ring and they ignore it. They look at you, they ignore you, they're like, okay, this guy's off the market, done. Done deal. He's off. On to the next. On to the next person who isn't married. And why I do that is because of that exact reason. I don't want the drama. I don't want to sit here and be bothered by women. I only want one, and one only. I mean, half my friends are not even relevant anymore. That's why my Facebook page is now off to 77, and I'm still wondering if I should even do anything with that. Because half the people I don't even talk to. And that's kind of where I'm at today, current. It's like, today I was like, you know what, I'm sick and tired of having these people who hit me up only if when they want to. And when I'm not worth 3.5 seconds, you're not worth my time. You're not worth my effort. This goes with family and friends. If you show me who you really are, there's the door. I'm going to make your decision for you. If I'm not worth a good morning text, if I'm not worth anything in your life, there's the door. Legit, there's the door. You can walk out of my life, and I'm not going to stop you. Why? Because there's already too many fake people out here. You're just proving me right. You're just proving my point that you're another fake person walking out the door. If you wanted to stay, you'd stay. If you wanted to hang out, you'd hang out. If I'm worth your time, you'd make time for me. And as I will make time for you. That's the relationships nowadays. You wanna know why they fail? Wanna know why people's relationships fail nowadays? Because everyone has social media. Social media has killed the relationship game. It has. I'm not downplaying it. It has. Back in the 25 years ago, we didn't have ex-boyfriends. We didn't have ex-girlfriends that are in our background that we can text. Oh, this new girl who's messed up, I can go back to my ex. We didn't have them on standby. Just saying. I don't even have any exes that are on standby. Once you're an ex forever. Sorry, not sorry. You're an ex. I'm not running back. I'm not. Once an ex, always an ex. But there is certain situations where I will still stand. There's still something. If I feel something and you and I feel something and we talk about it, okay, I'm gonna stay. If it goes on and off for a while, okay, I don't mind that. But if the connection and the bond and there's this thing that goes on, okay, I'm gonna stay around as long as I can. And if you and I are still talking and hanging out and it's still a bond and a connection, I'm gonna stay around. That's the reason why. Men, you do not need your ex. Exes are a reason. Why did you break up with her in the first place? Because she cheated on you? Okay, that's a reason to break up. That's a reason to move on. But then you have closure. Realize what she did was wrong, and or you, whatever you did. It's not always your fault. But realize if she messed up, she cheated on you, she did this, that, and the other, move on. Same thing for women. Women do not have your ex-boyfriends in text. Do not have this guy on social media. As soon as you guys break up, block, done on everything. Because 9 times out of 10, the man will understand if you're going back to that ex. As soon as he feels like, he's a backboard, a rebound, he's not going to stay around. That man is going to leave. That man is not going to stay around for very long. He's not. I'm not downplaying this. The man will never stay around. But hopefully this helps some of you understand the relationship advice nowadays. Nowadays you have TikTok, Instagram, and a bunch of other things, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. It's how you use it in your current relationship that is a bad thing. If your ex-boyfriend's on there, block them. Delete them. You don't need them. Yeah, if you haven't talked to them for 2 years, block them. Do that constantly. You haven't talked to this person and they're not worth your time, and you're the only person who is hitting them up constantly, 9 times out of 10, you're not worth their time. You're not worth 3.5 seconds. Just saying. It takes 3.5 seconds to say hi, and it takes 3.5 seconds to say morning and or something else. It takes 3.5 seconds to respond with one word. That's all people care about sometimes. Make it simple. Don't complicate things. And always Smile. That's the big thing. When you're smiling inside and out, people can see that. When you're confident, people can see that. Not saying that you don't. Just learn to smile. Learn to look inside of you and learn to love yourself. Then you can start a relationship. Then you can start putting pieces in and starting the relationship bond. I'm currently doing that today. Not every mind's the same. But I've done this for so long where I could do that. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna make a gaming video now, which I don't know what I'm gonna do for gaming. You guys currently like GTA stuff. I'm gonna try to do something for GTA. I don't know yet. Yeah, I'm gonna hang this one up, and hopefully this helps one of you. Hopefully. I'll see you guys in the next one. I always record and update weekly every Monday at 11 a.m. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Smile always.